Good morning, everyone. Dean Howell here from Geospatial Connect, and today is Friday, and Friday is our business coaching webinar. So, thank you for joining in, and we will today we're going to talk about website ranking and what it means to your business and how you can improve it. So, just as a quick update, we run these webinars each day. They're just a short webinar, normally 10 to 15 minutes, on a variety of topics. So Mondays is our new member webinar. Tuesday is our services webinar. So if you have a service you'd like me to promote for you, then just let me know. Wednesday is our job seeker coaching. Thursday is products and projects. So once again, if you have a product or a project that you'd like me to promote, just let me know. And Friday is our business coaching. And so if you're watching live, welcome. And if you want to ask a question at any time, then just type it into the chat below the video screen. And I'll endeavour to answer the questions as we go. If you're watching the recording on any one of our social media channels, so on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube, or here on Geospatial Connect, then just drop me an email at dean@geospatialconnect.com, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. All right, so today being our business coaching session, I thought we'd look at website rankings and what it means to your business and how to go about improving that. All right, so what is your ranking? And basically, there are a number of websites around, and Alexa, as I'm showing on the first slide there, Alexa.com is one of the websites that track website usage and visits and all those sorts of things. And so it's not just a matter of how many people visit your website to get your ranking, although that is a portion of it. There's a whole range of factors, and it's things like how regularly the website's updated, the social interaction with your website, and like I said, the content, visitors, how long people stay on your website, those sorts of things. So it's really important to have your website constantly updated, constantly being refreshed. And I just want to go through a few graphs here, and that might be a little difficult to see on the slide there, but basically this first or second slide here is I just monitor a handful of websites. This isn't a definitive list by no means, but here's a list of some of the top geospatial magazines out there. And so at the top of the list we have Directions Magazine, and Directions Magazine is ranked as of the 3rd of March in the top 21,000 websites globally. And so that's an amazing effort from Joe and the team at Directions Magazine. And you see, just looking at that, there's a huge daylight between Directions Magazine and the rest. So the next ranked one is GIS User, and GIS User has been around for a long time, as long as Directions Magazine. But GIS User is ranked 600,000 in the globally, whereas Directions Magazine is ranked 21,000 globally. So from a business perspective, if you're looking to advertise or looking to maximize the exposure of your website ranking is an important aspect that you should take into consideration. There's a number of websites there. Spatial Source from here in Australia, they're ranked 2.6 million globally. and Geospatial World 600,000, and so you can get a gauge of where these websites fit globally, the content that's constantly being placed on the website, the users that are going there. So it can be a great way to not waste your marketing money. All right, so let's have a look at some job sites, and it's probably not as clear cut with job sites, but it still surprised me a lot when I looked at a few different websites of where they fit in the global scheme of things. And so at the top of the list is a website called Gis Careers, and it is quite interesting that Gis Careers over the last few months has slowly increased their ranking, so where it's now the only of the ones that I'm monitoring there, it's the only one that's under the million. It's in the top million websites globally, and the geospatial industry is not, it's not the biggest industry, so you wouldn't expect some of these sites to be ranked very highly, but it also surprises me that some websites that purport to be geospatial specialist rank really low. And as an example, GeoSearch is in the top 3 million, Spatial Jobs in the top 2 million, and GIS Jobs Australia in the top 3 million as well. So you can look at those sorts of things and see where you get value for money in your location. Now, some of those we're looking at global websites as opposed to specific country websites, so you need to take those factors into consideration. And you can use alexa.com to actually see how they rank locally as well. So those graphs that I'm showing are global statistics, but it will also show you local statistics as well. All right, so let's look at some blogging websites, and you can see clearly on top there is Planet GS. Oh no, who is it? I can't tell from my is it /geo? Yeah, /geo. Sorry about that, just looking at my own graph there. Well, it's a graph from alexa.com. So /geo's ranked in the top 269,000 websites globally, and closely followed by GeoAwesomeness. Now, GeoAwesomeness has really ranked up there over the last few months, has really increased in their membership, increased in the people watching the website. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. And a website that was ranking really high, GIS Buzz, which was showing, which was doing a great job. They were ranked really highly, have really just fallen away as their popularity has drained over the time. So they're now down to the top 6 million websites, where they were up into the top 100, couple of 100,000, and that's because their content was interesting to start with, but then it was just I think they'd bombarded the market, and people just went, oh well, it's no different. Just showing me a map, that's great, but there wasn't any information associated with it, and that's where blogging websites really stand out. All right, so so let's have a look at where we sit in the overall scheme of things. So Geo Networks, and I'm only monitoring a few here, but you can sort of see the reddish colour line at the top is Land Surveyors United, and they're ranked the top 180,000 websites globally, and it is really amazing that the networking websites are ranking really highly compared to, we think about the job websites and in the top few million. The networking websites are actually ranking in the top few 100,000, and our website, Geospatial Connect, ranked in the top 300,000, 200 from February, late February. The graph goes further, but in the top, where I think we're down to 283,000 or something like that. And so we're still a little way behind Land Surveying United, and that's great. They're a great website for surveyors, and same sort of concept, but very specifically for the surveying industry. Whereas Geospatial Connect is a broader network. Now, a site that's been around a lot longer, GeoConnect people, I should say, GeoConnect people. I'm not sure what they've been doing of late, but they went from ranking down in the millions, tens of millions, now up to the top 500,000 websites, and that's great. And and my guess is the reason for that is new, fresh content, new members, people interacting on the website, and you can sort of see this real sharp rise through here. That's our test website. So it's funny that our test website actually ranks just as high as some others, and that's just because we're putting content on there, it's being refreshed regularly, those sorts of things. So why is it important, and how do you actually improve on it? Well, it's important because it shows the traffic that you get. The more traffic, the more eyes on your website, the more likely that you're going to sell your product or service, and the more value for money you get if it's an external website. You want to improve your website, keep your content fresh, keep your content relevant, invite people to do it so it's not just you, invite people to add content, invite people to interact, and that's why the networking website's actually ranking really well. So get out there and add your information to your website. If you want more specific coaching on how to do that, then just drop me an email at dean@geospatialconnect.com, and we can go through how we can help you improve that using Geospatial Connect and increasing the content on your own website. So if you have any questions, then just quickly type them into the chat. Otherwise, we'll wrap up here, and if you're watching the replay, then just drop me an email at dean@geospatialconnect.com, and I will answer any of those questions that you have about how to improve your ranking and why it is so important for your business. So, Geospatial Connect hasn't been around for very long, so in less than sort of 6 months or so, we're ranked in the top 300,000 websites globally, and here in Australia in the top 3,000 websites. So I'm reasonably proud of that we've actually been able to increase that exposure very quickly. So thanks for joining me today, and have a great weekend, and I look forward to catching up with you on webinars next week. Okay, so have a great day. Bye for now.